Devon Larratt has already defeated everyone that there is to defeat from the top 10 arm wrestlers in the world. He won 3-0 against Hermes Gasparini. Yes, the Jerry Caderet and Michael Todd matches were quite a while ago, but he still has a winning record over both of them. He recently defeated Gennady Quikvinia, and Georgy Swetkov wasn't a problem either. So the only 4 guys left from the top 10 are Alex Kurdecha, Artem Morozov. I would say that most of the fans believe that Devon is the favorite against Kurdecha and Morozov, and we don't really want to see these matches just yet. Then the 2 guys that are left are Vitaly Laletin and Levan Saginashvili. Devon has already tried his luck a couple of times against Levan, so we are only left with Vitaly now. And the Vitaly match would most likely happen in May in Turkey. Even Vitaly shared a post almost confirming this news. So both Levan and Engin have already announced that Levan will be competing twice this year. First in June against Hermes Gasparini, the rematch, and then towards the end of this year, maybe in December. Now imagine if Devon is able to defeat Vitaly in May, then who is left for Devon? I don't think anyone would want to see Devon go against either Kurdecha or Morozov, like we just discussed. I think a left arm match against Kurdecha or Morozov needs to happen first before their right arm matches. So I don't think that we are going to see a rematch against Michael Todd or Jerry Caderet either, because yes, these 2 guys are awesome, but their recent win-loss record does not demand a match against Devon Larratt. Maybe if the fans think that Hermes can now access his flop press against Devon, in that case the rematch against him can make sense, but we just wouldn't have any time left for it. Why? Because Hermes will be competing in June against Levan, and then if we want to see the winner of Devon versus Hermes against Levan, then the match couldn't happen in December, because there is no way that Hermes is going to compete one more time between June and December. So by the looks of it, if Devon defeats Vitaly in May, then the third Levan Saginashvili super match will happen in December. That seems to be the most likely scenario. And Devon has already said that since he got this massive, over 300 pounds, he has discovered some new stuff that will be helpful in the Levan Saginashvili match. We know that Hermes keeps on criticizing Devon's arm power, and he keeps on saying that that is the main reason why Devon loses to Levan. He needs to increase his arm power. So maybe Devon is talking about that since he worked a lot on his inside game and his arm power for the Gennady Quikvinia match. But we'll have to wait and see. On a side note, Devon himself and many other fans too have said that Michael versus Levan match still needs to happen. Even though Michael lost 3-0 to Hermes, but stylistically, it can be a difficult match for Levan. If the match stops, how is Levan going to deal with the King's move? So I would assume that if Vitaly loses to Devon, people would still say that the Vitaly versus Levan match still needs to happen, because stylistically, Vitaly can also cause some troubles to Levan. So how about this? If Vitaly loses to Devon, then a super match between Vitaly and Michael Todd towards the end of this year, and the winner gets Levan Saginashvili. I think this logic also makes sense because we see many mismatches anyways. It's not like all of the matches on the card are amazing battles. So why do we just care about finding a very close opponent for Levan Saginashvili? Because he's the toughest guy to find such matches against. And when it comes to Levan, the fans still keep on saying that the match needs to be close, it will be a 6-0, this match shouldn't happen. I would say that this logic needs to be applied to other matches more than the Levan Saginashvili matches. So if the promoters are thinking the same way I am thinking about this situation, then within next 18 months or so, all of these matches can happen. Hermes versus Levan, Michael Todd versus Levan, Devon Larratt versus Levan, and Vitaly Laletin versus Levan Saginashvili. If you agree with this, please mention in the comments. Even if you don't, please mention that too in the comments. Like the video, and I'll see you again.